No,
Chloroquine is the solution. The solution for everything.
I am not taking that.
Everything. Chloroquine.
No, I am not taking that.
No,
that is unproven. And isn't that a malaria drug?
Is a chloroquine what? It's the Bolsonaro drugs.
Yes, it's a Bolsonaro drugs. I am not taking the Bolsonaro drug. I am not taking the Bolsonaro drug.
It's,
but yeah, I have an ear infection, so I'm taking amoxicillin, and I'm not having good. So I'm like, I'm tired. So if I'm quiet today, that's why. I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. So
north is bad.
All right. On that note, this is our last one. We have done 9, right? We've done 9 online courses all about futsal, and this is the last one, and it's on set pieces. That's all I got.
So let's go. How is everybody doing? This is Alvaro here. So as Andrea said, we're going to talk a little bit about set pieces. And then just remembering, we work a little bit about on the 4 moments of the game, which are attack, defense, and the 2 transitions, attacking and defense. And then after that, we work a little bit on flying goalie. And then today, we're going to work on dead balls. I'm going to, right off the bat, give this presentation to Coach Marcelo. He's going to be leading the presentation today. I might join in a few minutes. Enjoy.
Oh, I need to share. So you can see the screen?
No.
No?
Yeah, I can.
So Andrea can, I can.
I can. What? How is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You screen sharing. Yeah.
I see it.
Is it green?
Yeah, I see it. There you go.
Oh, the game of futsal can be understood by the moments that Alvaro mentioned before. All the moments the game happens at the same time, everything is connected, separation studs, despite integration, particular in the requirements, speed to react and readjust. So futsal is a very, very movement game. There is no time to sleep like in soccer sometimes or baseball. So it's a very active game. So set pieces are very important in teams during the game. I think it's very important. I can see like in many games, is decided by the tail. It's like a one shot. And if you have opportunity to have a free kick away, like a corner, is a good opportunity to win the game. And the little kids, they learn since 8, 9 years old to do set piece. And it's ideas. It sometimes become like very normal for the kids because they repeat is a standard situation. Teams normally, they have a surprise, a set piece for goal clearance. So it sometimes has a pressure for the team. The goalie go grab the ball and he call like one or he say something. And all the 4 players, they are connected with him. They know what to do. They do some movements to avoid the other team get the ball from them. All the boundaries when the ball go outside. So normally the ball goes outside. Who is responsible to get the ball and start the game? Sometimes they have prepared some movements. So the guy, when he's going to pick up the ball, he look the guys, he can raise the ball over the head is probably is a movement. If he rolls, if he puts the ball around him, can be, he goes like the hand. So the guys avoid to call, to talk the set piece. That's make more confusion for the other team because you are not talking. So you just make the movements. The guy grab the shirt, grab the jacket, or the guy use the nose. So it's a lot of things that the futsal players doing. And the players are watching him to see what they call, which kind of movements. We have set piece for free kicks for sure. Brazil suffered a lot from when play versus Spain. Spain has one set piece, but because they can manipulate where the ball is going, Brazil has normally problems. The last time when they played the final game in the World Cup, Spain scored, and they hit the crossbar. The second one, the same situation, but is a set piece. And if you think that you can imagine what the guy's gonna do, and the guy's gonna score. So you have, and you have two different set pieces and free kicks. You have the direct, when the player can shoot the ball direct, yeah, there's a shooting, or he can pass someone, and the indirect. The indirect, you have to pass the ball. And for free kicks, the idea is how many players the goalie gonna put in the wall. Normally in the past, some coaches, they use the timeout. So as soon he saw the goalie organize two guys, timeout, and the team come and he could organize a set piece if they didn't prepare, and he comes to the game for that wall. Nowadays, I know it's not possible, because if the coach wanted the timeout, he needs to hand to referee on the table to ask the timeout the next ball possession. So in that ball possession that he has a free kick is not allowed anymore. So for me, it's a little point that I don't agree with the rules nowadays. And you have to figure out the points. You are not putting the best player to shoot the ball, to pass the ball, and because you can use him to finish, to score. And probably you're gonna prepare the guy to the best passer, you be there. So you prepare this in practice. The kids can understand, even U9, the kids understand this. And during the practice, they repeat, they can see what the movement is better to score. So normally you need a player like good passing, you need a good shooting, you need the position. Sometimes the left footer comes to the right side. So this makes the sense the guy from the right come to the left side. So that organizes you. In corners is a strong situation to score, because the defenders, they needed to cover. They're gonna be like, they cannot go main mark, and the guy's gonna move, they're gonna score. So they're gonna do by zone. And when they're gonna do by zone, they need to understand when they need to attack the ball. So that's make the sense. And the guys can make up a half block to the ball go higher. They have a lot of ideas in the corners, and it's a strong situations. And you have the kickoffs. Which team doesn't want to start the game winning? So some teams, they surprise the games. Many set piece become a standard of this movement. I remember so many games that I was losing by 1 goal. The other team score. And when you're gonna restart the game, I score. So my team scores. So it was amazing. Why? Because people outside start to celebrate the goal. 5 seconds after, they went down. You know? We tied the game. So why? You had this, the team knew what to do. The players, they realized, okay, we have the set piece, you're gonna try to score. So here you're gonna have some ideas about the set piece. You're gonna start the first of the goal clearance. Easy to see. So the ball is with the goalie. The blue team is attacking. So the goalie gonna call any name he call for the set piece. So the idea is when he pass the ball for this player, the striker is moving this way. Number 3 is going to receive the ball. Number 4 pressure him. Number 3 go him. Number 5 move this way. When they pass the ball for this guy, he doesn't touch the ball, he leaves. This player receive, pass diagonal, he comes free. So you need in this situation, 1 passing, 2nd pass, 1 timer. So the player here control the ball to leave time for this player go closer to him. If the guy is here, he can block the guy. So it's good the guy pressure the player. When they pressure, these guys come this way. The guy here make the balance, go this way. Number 5 will be late. When this guy, he thinks he gonna anticipate the player. Number 3, the ball go through. And this guy receive the ball and he escape. What the little kids, they can do is a simple movement to escape. This will be simple for little kids. Is the goalie has the ball. The goalie has the ball. The players just move like a baseball base. So the guys rotate, make a rotation. So this make a confusion for the defense. And sometimes the goalie can find someone free to play the game. So this is it for little ones. You're gonna do rotation and you're gonna one idea about the game. So when you have the ball outside of the boundaries, so the guy can call the set piece. The other team gonna block one guy here. You can have the guy running to kick the ball, and you can pass, and this guy run in front to receive diagonal. You can have this guy in the ball leave the ball to bring this defender here. This guy go outside and kick the ball again. This guy running behind. Always you are talking 3 players here, and you have the player number 4 coming here. Again, you have the ball. They are worried about this guy because this guy is a good shooter. So now he runs to the ball. Instead to shoot the ball, to receive the ball here, he change direction. The guy flick the ball to him. From the left side. Normally the teams, they have 1 or 2 left footer. So if they have the left footer, it's okay. You can see here. Yep, easy to see.
Yep.
We have the left footer here, the right footer here. Left footer is number 5. So he goes to the ball walking to make 1-2 here. But instead to receive the ball here for 1-2, that number 5, he thinks the guy gonna receive, he sprint. This guy passed the ball, the number 2 is coming this way to receive. He can shot, he can pass, depending about the player. So again, the guy is opposite side. The guy opposite side, he go walking, jogging, little jogging, to ask the ball. So the player that's following him thinks the ball go here, and he go behind. So the guy pass the ball, and he can shot, he can pass. So this is when you have one left footer, and you're gonna attack from there. So depending about the other team is pressure you. Normally when you have the ball, as soon you make a pass, the guys pressure you. Depend the level is your team. Your team can pass the ball 2 or 3 times. They can pass the ball 1 timer, like 2 or 3. So that's make a difference to organize your game. If your team needs to control the ball, if your team is a school and you need to control the ball, the player cannot pass the ball, you need to prepare a set piece that the player can be adjusted and he can score in this situation. So he can manage one side or the other side. So of the boundaries you have the idea for free kicks. So if I have a free kick here for right side, depending how many guys I have in the wall, normally the free kick you can see here. It's good. So here's the wall, here's the ball. You have two guys in the wall because the free kick is more to the right side diagonal. So the goalie can cover, the goalie can stand here. This guy gonna make a step back to block number 2. So that should be the difference. Number 4, number 3, number 2. We have one set piece. You need to practice, but this guy open, which this guy cannot see him. Make the pass. When he turn, the goalie turn, number 4 is jump in the middle to score. So the ball coming here. So the attention in the wall is with this guy here. There's no question. You don't have any question? Nope, no questions. Like suggestions, nothing. So if you have 3 guys in this side here, so in this situation, this guy normally gonna get here. If this guy gonna get the 4. I saw many times this guy run here. When this ball come this way, this guy go one-timer here. Because the attention, this guy is trying to stop the number 3 pass. And this guy will be free. Because you created 2 versus 1. Every time you have a 3. What the Spain does, Spain does like this. We have the guy here. They have the left footer right side. They have 2 guys in the wall, 2 guys on the ball, Spain. So this guy here come to block number 5 or escape the ball to him. If he step and can drop number 5 pin come here to kick the ball. Versus Brazil, they did it the first to score. This guy run, the ball coming here, the ball kick, the Thiago save, the guy on the rebound, kick the ball. The second time, this 2012, the same structure. So the guy run here, the ball coming here, Thiago was here, the ball go in the crossbar. It's an overtime. So always the guys, they have the 2. If you don't read, if you don't think about how the guys are attacking, we're gonna face a problem because the situation, you need to be prepared that something gonna happen, but you don't know if you're defending, or the guy surprise you. So if you have an indirect, you have to pass the ball. So normally the teams, they have 2 guys. two guys. I remember Wilson from Esperia. Wilson used to do this. These two guys cross, and the ball comes this guy to take a shot. This is not a relate with here, but only the attention here from the goalie, from the players, that something gonna happen here, but the goal comes from here. And for little kids, is to dummy the ball. Pass the ball, dummy number 2, poof, boom the ball. Why? Because when the ball comes number 3, number 4 run to him. So he doesn't touch the ball, he leaves the ball to score. I remember Canada versus USA. Canada was winning, was a friendly game. 2016, I guess, friendly game. It was like 30 seconds the end. USA had a free kick. It's the left side. Huh?
Marcelo, just before you keep going, there's a question here. It's not a question. It's like some Mari is asking to change the presentation a little bit. I think if you stop sharing your screen, I think whoever is watching would be a better view on the presentation.
Stop sharing.
Yeah, so they can see a better picture. I think that's what
better.
Mari is asking us to do.
Okay.
Give us a thumbs up, Mari, if this is better for you. Thanks.
More the presentation. So here, like, so blue was Canada, was winning the game 4-3. So there is a free kick. This guy ran this way. This guy left footer show off. The ball coming here, empty net. Go 4-4. So it's a point about the game that the guys, they prepare. They have to use, they will lose the game. Normally futsal is difficult to find a guy kicking the ball direct. Of course, if you are watching a game and the guys don't practice, they're gonna boom the ball. But it's a team, it's a futsal team. And the guys, they have a practice, they have a coach, everything organized, they're gonna have a free kick. They're gonna use that free kick, they're gonna see how the movement change, what they can adjust, why in that game it didn't work, why the other game can work. So they adjust. And because sometimes you are using 2 or 3 players, you can have one player that he doesn't know, or he cannot remember about the set piece. It happens in some games. I work for teams that you collect the players from different courses in University of São Paulo, and the guys in economy, they use that set piece. The guys from engineer, they use a different set piece. And of course, when they are playing, the guys connect easier for the guys, they know the set piece. And of course, we can do that set piece for the guys economy because they are playing there. We have 2 or 3, so they know what to do. They repeat that. They're gonna represent University of São Paulo using that set piece, and it's okay. It's not a problem when they are playing. So it's a point that you can practice. And normally, what's happened? You have the good passer here, the left footer there, big guy here. It's not me. I never did this to block the other guy. I don't have size to do this. And this is you have the free kick. For even if you're playing soccer or society, we call society 7-side, we can have the little movements. You can have the different. We can see like Falcão score versus Iran. It was Falcão with the ball, on the ball, number 5. Rodrigo here is a good shooter. Falcão run here. Rodrigo pretend to shoot the ball direct, pass to him, one-timer goal. And this is in the World Cup. Only because the team, they thought, Iran thought Rodrigo gonna kick the ball direct. They never expected he gonna pass the ball. So that's the situation. Always if the defender try to read, if they try to guess, normally that's the trick. Why? Because when you do the set piece, you are pretend to do something. You are pretend to do something. You are not showing that you're gonna do. So the pretend is the very important idea when you are playing soccer. Normally, I say the guys, if you don't pretend, don't get married, but it's a point too. So you have, Andrea didn't listen this.
I heard it. I heard it. I heard it.
So you need to pretend. You need to pretend.
No, I'm paying attention.
You pretend to play the game. So now we're gonna talk about corners. So normally little kids corners, what they try to do, cross the ball. Doesn't work in futsal. Sorry, there is no Santa Claus, doesn't work. So if you have a corner, left side, normally you need a left footer here to kick this ball. You can prepare a running here to dummy the ball for this guy to kick the ball. This is not difficult to do. This is simple. It's a one pass and boom the ball. One pass, U9, U11, they can do properly this.
Marcelo, before you move to another spot on the court, there's a question here from Mari. Yeah, could you open, and then I think it's easier for you to understand what she's asking you to show her.
Could you show a set piece for free kicking on the left side of the attack? Close 3 players on the wall. So it's a left side, close to the close, 3 guys on the wall. A set piece. Okay, I used to do X. X is a very old, like we are talking a very old time. But I used to do it's a simple left footer here, gonna finish. Left footer gonna finish. So what are we gonna do? Number 3 is gonna run fast first here against number 2. Number 4 is running to the ball. Number 2 is running to the ball. Number 5 is here. So when number 4 go, number 2 is gonna pass to number 5 to score. So this you call X. You call X because the movements. So it's easy. I hope the players here don't kick each other. Yeah. If it happens, the referee said to me, hey, you need to practice. You have the girls, poof. And another game, they kick the ball in the angle here. 1-0. We lost 7-2. Start 1-0. Free kick, yes. Oh,
but at least worked.
Oh, working looks so great. The problem was the end of the game. We lost. I remember. 2000. Was a nice goal. It's on the angle here. Poof. Never the goalie gonna get the ball. So this one, set pieces is something that you can create, of course. You can copy, you can create, you can imagine, and you can see what the guys are doing, like the defense. Why the goalie sometimes is behind the wall. Why? I don't know why, but sometimes why? I don't know. So when I look kids, normally the kids, they try to boom the ball. But even U8, U9, they start to figure out to make the pass. Of course, this is not for the kids. This is normally for U15, U13, good team. They they understand, they practice, they can figure out this. If they enjoy, because you have a chance to score, they enjoy a lot, like for this situation. So if Mari is okay the idea? So she go Google Translator. She wrote in English. So we are talking about left side corners. Left side corners, you have a left footer, the guy boom the ball, simple. If you try to do like the most of the teams, they have this. You have the defense. They bring the guy here to kick. What they do is number 5 come this way, number 3 move here. And the ball, the guy's going to score. So again, you have number 2, number 4 run to pretend. This guy stay. Number 5 go to block the guy, only to stop, to block the guy come this way. And number 3 go this way. For the right side, normally you have right footers. Most of the team, they have more right footers. It's difficult. It's difficult to have 2 or 3 left, but normally it's a right footer. If you have a left footer, normally he's gonna pass the ball. It's easier to him to pass this ball here. So the same, you have the guy running, one guy come, you can kick the ball. This is simple, the kids, they do like a standard. If the guy don't call any set piece, they call this like a standard. It's a normal, they have to know how to do. And you can start to figure out. You can have the defense. We have like set piece like this. Number 3 come here. Number 5 go number 4. Number 4 is in the middle. And it works. The problem that it works. It's not supposed to work. This guy is not supposed to move to follow the guy. Or this guy is a huge guy. He moved the guy here, and the ball come this way. Of course, this guy has to do a fake one, come this way. This guy use the body to push the guy back. If this guy show off, he can score. I was watching some videos for games. I used to do a set piece I did versus Batata when my team played versus Corinthians. And I remember Batata. Batata is a famous coach in Brazil. When Batata talked to me, he said, oh, nice, good. I have the video. So it was a very good guy here, Tanky. He's a big guy. Number 3 was left footer. So this team here was the Corinthians, a very, very, very good team. And we tried to do the piece. Why not? No, why not? It doesn't matter. The guy is better than us. We are an adverse team. Doesn't matter. We're gonna play. So the guy called the set piece. Tanky, the big guy. Looks like a rugby player. He moved this way and he come here. This guy pretend to go. Number 5 step to block the pass here. The guy step to block, but he changed direction. So when the ball number 5, he used the bottom to slow down the ball, and then he controlled the ball and the goal is safe. So he could score. The point is, again, if you want to practice this guy balance and come this way. This guy run this way, change direction. Change direction. It's good for your knee ligaments. So you go and change direction. So you cannot stop. You need to change direction. If you stop, you lose like time. So you need to to make one movement and change. When you change, it's good that this guy left footer to come this way. Who can do this? U15. Yeah, you can do this. 15 and older. Girls, you can do it. There's no problem for women's team. The women's team can do this. And of course, because you have so many ideas, like in corners, you can do what you want, you start as a coach to think, okay, why I cannot do this? Why I cannot add something here? Why I cannot do a dummy here? Why? Why I cannot pass the ball back? The guy passed the ball here, the attention, I pass back. This guy run, boom, boom. Why? I mix now. I add something for the same set piece to change the guy's move. So it's up like the player. So why I cannot do this? Why I cannot open the guys and pretend I'm not playing? Can be a set piece like this. The guy pass to me. I pass number 4, number 3 go. The attention, where's the attention for everybody? It's the ball. Number 2 go to the ball. When number 2 go to receive, this guy move this way. 1, 2. Or he dummy because this guy know. So if you repeat, number 2 on the ball, number 3 here, 4, 5. Pass the ball, the guy pressure. Pass the ball, the guy pressure. This guy run this way, the guy step with him. This guy come show up here. This guy, if he lose time for number 3, and number 2 probably is watching the ball. He's not watching number 3. So when the ball comes, can be 1, 2, or leave the ball because you know number 3 is coming to the ball. So he knows the ball. So this is something that you add all the time. I'm good at that. And the last idea about set pieces is a kickoff when you start the game or when you restart the game. When the team is scoring you and you're gonna restart the game. So you have to have a plan. I normally, if I coach a team, I think you need at least two kickoff, at least two kickoff to start the game. So I watch some games that the guys start the ball, they make a movement, and in 10 seconds they are winning 1-0. Sometimes it's a 3. I used to record the games. But sometimes who is responsible to record the game is not ready for the goal because in 3 seconds it was 1-0. So, and it was so great to start win the game. This is so great to start the game. So one idea, you have the ball. If you have a left footer here, this is good. You need to practice a lot this, but it works. How it works? Pass the ball here, pass it here. This player run. Oh, Canada, boom the ball, poof. Number 4. Situations, what's happened? Normally this number 5 here, score heading the ball. Normally it's heading. So the ball coming here. Let's go by speed. This player is 10. So you need pass back, left footer, inside the foot. It's not a by toe. You cannot pass by toe. So let the ball come, left footer, pass the ball. Let the player run. Normally here you have 30 meters, 34. So it's a 17 here. Let the player run. This is simple. You can have other ideas about dummy. pass the ball, go to the right side. These guys go this way. You open 3 guys to the left side. When the ball comes this way here, they pass the ball number 4. Number 4 doesn't touch the ball go number 2. He runs here. You receive the ball and score. So you need a dummy. This is U9, U11, they do it. They can do this. This is a dummy. Another point is, as soon as your team has more situation, depending about the sound, if you are playing a place that is a lot of sound, it makes difference about the communication, about the players, about set piece, everything. They need to do like the volleyball. When they make a point, everybody go together. Now, you don't tap the butt, but you go together when you have a set piece and to organize. To start the game is a very psychological situation. Like you go to start the game, you know the ball is gonna roll. Everybody's anxious, like to start the game. Normally the players, the coach, everyone. And if you go 1-0, for me, it was a fantastic feeling about to start to win the game 1-0 by the set piece in the beginning and the kickoff. So the point is, you have to spend time in practice. For every time when you have the scrimmage, if you stop and you have a free kick, you have to make the guys repeat that movement. They know. That's one idea. You cannot go in one practice before the first game and, oh, let's do this, let's do that. No, it doesn't work. So they needed to do during the practice. Okay, the goalie grab the ball. He's going to say something. You're going to repeat. The goalie grab the ball. Every time. Oh, like how you can help this. Every time the ball goes out is a free kick. So in that day, you do a lot of free kicks. Every time the ball goes out, free kick. There is no corner. There's no goal. It's the same for the other. If you want to repeat like the corners, every time the ball goes out, it's a corner. So you push the guys to understand this, to make like the game. I'm a guy that loves set piece. I love set piece, love like the idea to have the set piece to surprise. I think, but you have a lot of coaches, they don't have like a set piece. We talk about professional coaches, and you have one like Fernando Cabral said to me, no, I don't have set piece, but looks like a set piece because it's a movement. We're gonna repeat this movement every time. So if they don't figure it out, we're gonna score 3 times if they don't figure out our movement. And depending who is gonna pass the ball, because if the guy right foot, so if the guy is right foot, he was talking about outside here. If this guy is right foot, the movement go one way. If the guy is left footer, the movement is different. It's another way. But we'll talk about someone that practice every day, maybe twice. So it's a professional team. So it's different our situation. It's different for many teams I coach. We don't have like this. So the guys, they memorize, they know what to do. And depending about the left or right foot, that make difference for them because the way the ball comes. I think like is a something prepared. They prepare. Always a game, you need to be prepared to play. If you prepare yourself and you know the other team, it's good. If you prepare yourself and you don't know the other team, half. If you are not prepared and you're gonna face the other team and you don't know, so always prepare the first thing, like prepare your team and you're gonna face. We have many questions, no questions.
Well, no, actually I have a question.
What's your question?
So my question is, in the Canadian context where you don't know who you're going to face in your teams, what are there like some basic set pieces that you would teach teams? Because you don't know who you're going to face, right? You don't know Like when we've run our academy tournaments, right? And yes, we've run them for the youngers, but you don't know who you're facing in your skill level. So does it make sense to teach those kids set pieces? Because you don't know who you're playing, right?
I think I'm gonna tell to you, my group U11, many things you saw here, like I have Danilo to pass the ball or to block someone, not to finish. I have Carlo to finish. I have, so the guys, they know what to do. I have Eric to run to dummy the ball because Eric has no good pass, no good finish. So he's going to run. He's fast. He's going to call the defense to him. If he runs to receive the ball, but he's not receiving the ball, normally he dummy to Carlo kick the ball. So they know, they have one idea about like the Cristiano is a good shooting.
Yeah.
We have Maxime loves to dummy. Maxime loves to dummy and look back. Maxime is 7 years old. Yeah, he's 2012. So they learn. What I can see different, Andrea, is when you go to the soccer field. I'm talking this, I coach U10 that play U11 a long time ago here in Canada, and they never seen a set piece. If they had a set piece, if they love the set piece on field, and it's a small field. And I remember my last team, U13, playing full field. We have 4 corner set piece. We score in the end of the provincial championship, the the goal number 3. It was a corner set piece. They love like the idea because they score so many goals for that special set piece. Versus Burnaby, they play 4 times, they score 3 goals.
Okay. So you've really been teaching them, like you've been teaching them elements of a set piece, maybe not the full movement, but parts of it. So they start thinking about it.
I teach like the guys in the futsal, and
yeah.
I'm gonna say to you, Andrea, we have 1 year. I was coordinator U14.
Yeah.
A coach, Billy Lazon, he invited me on one Sunday. I went to the Starbucks only to talk about set piece and soccer, and I showed him to draw to him because he had a practice with me. And he said, we have a lot of corners and you are not scoring. I said, you don't need someone to have the ball. He said, really? I said, no, put the ball on the ground. So in soccer, they are doing the one in futsal. You have one guy running, the guy leave the ball, the guy boom the ball outside. It's a U14, they can score from outside penalty box.
Okay.
And the other team put everybody inside the box. So they are doing this. We have the box here. In soccer, box. So they are doing this. Number 4 is the shooter. You can see? Everybody can see?
Yep.
Yep. So this guy run to the ball. Number 3, block. Number guy here. The guy dummy. And boom. On provincial, we didn't score because they shoot here. The Jack controlled the ball, my player controlled the ball free inside the penalty box. And he decided to kick the ball on the goalie. It was 0-0 that time, 0-0 the game. And they won, why you don't blast the net? Why not? So it works. And normally here works more because nobody's packed. Nobody, they don't have an idea about futsal, they don't bring it to soccer.
Oh, I see, okay. So you can use it to your advantage.
Like even if when you watch Whitecaps, you don't see too much. Like everybody celebrate a corner. Hey, corner. The guys clapping.
Yes.
They bring the defenders, the tall guys, big guys. They bring the guys. I can see when I watch the games, but I cannot see something like Barcelona. Sometimes you watch the game, the guys bring, but of course they use once because everybody can watch. Even me from Canada, I can watch what they are doing.
You can
So
see it.
everybody can watch the guys. They do
Yeah.
once the
You
set
can see
piece.
it.
It works once, and
Yeah,
they
that's
need
it.
to change. You need to change. So I think here because you play nobody record.
Yeah,
So you
for
can do
sure.
the same set piece. You have the same set piece. For the U10 in soccer, I do with Caio Azuma.
Yeah.
Caio Azuma, you call the one. So he runs to the ball. It's a simple. He runs to the ball. He dummy the ball. Jake, Olsen, anyone kick the ball. Or if they know what he gonna do the second time, he gonna, number 4 is Caio Azuma. When the ball comes, the guys know he gonna dummy, he control the ball to the end.
Hmm.
So he touch outside the foot. So they learn outside the foot to touch the ball to the end, and he cross the ball. This you are talking about when you play 7 plus goal. You play 8 aside, you 11.
Okay.
So they learn to do this. They learn the other things. So this, and of course, they wanna do, they call,
Yeah, oh, totally.
let's do that, let's do set piece. Hey, what?
Totally, because it's easy to understand. Okay, I think Alvaro, did you have a question? Are you going to comment on something?
Oh, I think Marcelo has covered pretty much all the aspects of set pieces, talking about attacking. We haven't talked in this presentation about the defense aspect. So just quickly, what we can talk about defense is if we, if we are talking about corners, for example, and the ball is over there, so it doesn't matter the shape. For example, the red team has decided to attack, like Marcelo said, or one formation here, so the red team is attacking. So normally in corners, we have a few ways to defend. So one way is making this triangle here in between the defensive players, and then the goalie can decide if he wants that number 2 here, he's gonna check the line and stay by the line so the goalie is inside, taking the channel here. Or if the goalie decides, and this is the goalie call, normally, number 2 is gonna be a little bit inside, and then the goalie will take this space in between number 2 and the end line. And then the 4th player is a player inside the box or slightly outside the box. So everybody will have a role here. So for example, number 2 in this case can be, it's nothing, there's nothing right or wrong here. But for example, in this shape here, we can ask the players to, hey, as soon as the ball is moving, number 2, you're checking number 5, number 3, you check number 3, 5, 2, and then 4, you take care of 4. So for example, this is man marking as soon as the ball is moving, but nobody moves before the ball moves, for example. So now we are trying to connect everything that Marcelo was saying and thinking on the opposite side. So yes, I need to be ready to attack and having set pieces to attack, but my team needs to understand how to defend, because for sure, if you play in a place where, and Aleirton is with us right now, so if you're playing against Aleirton's teams, he's a Brazilian coach, I know he has something set in this situation here. If his team is the red team here, he has something set, even a simple one. These guys don't move, the ball goes here, and then this guy will smash the ball. Basic one. So Marty was asking on our chat, which age group is the best, or how young the kids can learn how to do set pieces. Base it on the level of your players. Even the youngest ones, they can learn something. For example, they learn the basic positioning on the court. So this is our shape, okay? So when we have a corner, we need one player here in this position, one guy here, one guy here. Done. So every time we have a corner, this is gonna be our shape. Again, this is not right or wrong, this is not the best, this is not the worst shape, but here's one shape, okay? And then One set piece can be, if the ball goes this way, this guy will attack the ball, and then maybe number 2 will go to the back post. Simple information. Whoever is here runs to the back post. Whoever is here, attack the ball and kick the ball there. It's a simple set piece. Even young kids can understand that. Coming back to the defensive aspect of that, if they change the shape, this is one that I like. This is the attacking shape that I like to play with. We don't need to change the defense, according to them. We can, but we don't need to. Another way to defend, even this shape or this one, I can make a line of 3. Now coming back on what Marcelo said, I know this guy is going to kick the ball, so I know the way they play. So maybe I'm going to push a little bit this guy wider to be closer and don't give him too much angle to kick the ball. Okay? But this is going to happen only when the ball starts moving. I'm not going to move prior to that. Okay? I can have a mix. This is zone marking. I can have a mixed role here. So for example, in this shape, the triangle shape here, I know normally someone is going to run to the back post. Okay? So then maybe I'm going to ask you my last player here, the 4th player, number 4 in this case, if someone jumps in, this guy is going to follow. And then the other 3 guys wait there. So this is a mix 1. And I can have the 3rd way of defense. I can have a shape at the beginning, but then I'm going to follow and stay a little bit closer. Look, I just stretch the triangle and I am playing close here. It's a man mark. I can do that. Again, there's no right or wrong. There's pros and cons from either way. So for example, these guys can move this way. This guy can go here. Ball goes here. 1-0 for them. You need to finish. You need to decide with your players which defensive system will fit to your group or against that game. But when we talk about little ones, the best way, in my humble opinion, is teach them how to defend one way and don't change each game, because it's too much of information, especially in one session a week. That's our reality here. Marcelo, please.
Can you say what's good to do man marking in corners?
I'm not saying is the best. I'm saying
no. If you have something good, like because I saw the guys doing this, it's only if you face a team that doesn't know anything about the game. So like if the team don't have set piece, you go man mark. The guys are now moving. But I think we don't have like the benefit. If you face a good team, or a team, there's not needed to be a good,
the level, I think the level we were used to work in Brazil, Marcelo, like you work university, high level university, and I work high level clubs. So I can tell you, I've never seen anyone defend corners or any dead balls, man marking. But here the reality is going to be sometimes if you have a kick in here,
Ferrari gonna talk.
Yeah, we are gonna see this, sometimes this shape here. So if number five is down here to receive the ball, number 3 will follow him here.
Yes.
So that's the reality we can face here. So I can say this is a man marking even if this guy is here, for example. Okay, I'm just respecting the ball line, and then as soon as the ball moves, I'm gonna push the guy. I'm gonna press the guy. So this is man marking. We can fix the same, bring the same concept here to the corner over there. Again, I'm not saying it's the best, but just to give my opinion in your question is, you can do, but I wouldn't do. I've never done. This doesn't work because normally this guy will move, and then now we have 4v3 going that way. Done.
But the point is, this guy in the back, he doesn't move. He stay because
no,
he's a D.
Here. No, this is here. This is here. But we are talking about how to play this game properly. So
Ferrari's
this guy
coach, Alberto,
would be coming here.
Talk about.
Okay. So another defense system here talking about corners. Again, it doesn't matter the shape they're attacking. We can make a sort of a square inside. And then, of course, again, it doesn't matter the shape. You have some roles and responsibilities here. So number 2, number 4, number 3 are responsible not to let the ball flies in between this triangle. It's their responsibility. Number 2, number 1 are responsible for this line here. Number 4 is responsible for this channel here, especially when is everything all right, Marcelo?
No, because I heard like the question. The question is, this is right. No, about if you can win the games in set piece.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. So, and then, for example, normally these guys, I like this. These guys are playing zone. And then this guy, if I don't know the other team, okay, that's the reality here. This guy is going to play man marking whoever steps inside the box. That's his role.
So, Andrea, Claudia's team won one game with a set piece from futsal soccer. And it was Eric and Danilo. The set piece is the guy that come jogging.
Yeah.
And they go diagonal. So Eric was throwing the ball and Danilo make this movement. And they won the game 2-1. That's one goal.
Good. That's good.
So it's a you transfer from the futsal court to the field.
Yeah, totally.
Totally. And they compete. So yes, we can win the game by set piece. The idea is throw the ball higher, defense, counter-attack, set piece. Let's play. Let's tell the Canadian style. No games, just throw the ball, counter-attack. We can play like this. Why not? Why not? You can play like this. You can avoid the tactical, the movements. No questions. You have six answers to the question.
Alvaro, were you done there?
Yeah.
Alvaro, did you have anything else to add?
No, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, good. So thank you, everybody. I think that's good, like every video we did. Do you want to mention, Andrea?
No, I think that's great. We did 9. They're all on our YouTube channel, and I'm not sure what we're going to do next. But yeah, thank you very much. We had a great attendance. We had 9 people, so that was awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.